This is one thing I wish anime would stop doing. When a character gets fatally injured, have them die quickly. For God's sake, every single time, every single show that has a character dying, they have a whole monologue, whole conversation before they die. Like, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to some more Summertime Render, episode 20. Previously on Summertime Render, how do I say this? I'm not a fan how they just play fast and loose with the rules, or maybe the better way to say it is, they have no rules, almost. After saying that we had more loops, all of a sudden we don't have any loops after one loop. It is what it is, they're kind of like doing whatever at this point. But yes, last episode we left off on Hizuru fighting, and somehow now Hizuru can talk to Ryunosuke. Somehow, who knows how. They unlock their power of friendship. It is what it is. Hizuru came up with some sort of plan, and I guess we'll see what that plan is in this episode. So let's just get right into it, shall we? I'm Neo. You know what's funny is that I'm watching this, right? And right before this, I recorded Solo Leveling. And I believe it was episode 8 of Solo Leveling Season 2. And I was talking about how that fight in that episode was, like, it's good animation, but shit, right? Summertime Render, where I don't even expect a good fight scene. Like, even Summertime Render does fight scenes better than Solo Leveling. They have a couple of things here. Ooh, nice. They have a couple of shots here that are like a little bit weird, but overall I can understand what's going on in the scene, right? It's amazing to me. It's amazing how animation doesn't really matter. What matters is the choreography and how the scene is put together and what you're actually showing with your animation.
せめてこれから失われる命を救うことだけだ。だから助ける。必ず。
償い。それが理由。
She's just the best character. You know, she's just the best character in this show.
正義。正義って。私がか。おい、もっと俯瞰したまえよ、ハイネ。その男は本当にお前のために動いているのか？
何？
ハイネの故郷に帰る目的と3週目の最後につぶやいたその男の言葉が噛み合わない。これが私のエンディング。あれはどういう意味だ、シデ？
エンディング？
その男、どこまで行ってもが一人称の視点しか持ち合わせていない。
Ooh, smart. See, this is why she's the best character. She actually she's skilled. I mean, you could argue that, you know, Ryunosuke is the one fighting, but whatever, it doesn't matter. But she's also smart. In this situation, she's managing to sow some doubt into Heine's mind about Chide. So it's like, that's why it's so good.
彼女は我らを言葉で惑わせようとしている。翻せばそれは彼女にもはや打つ手はないということ。楽しいおしゃべりはここまでです。
シデの鎧は誰でもない。中身は空なんだ。だからお前なら入り込めるはずだ。得意だろう、龍之介。人に憑依するのは。奴の鎧に潜って中から壊せ。
Okay, they can now do that, I guess. Oh, jeez. So they ejected Ryunosuke from her body.
できた。ほんまに。お姉ちゃん。下がってしんちゃん。危ない。
So if we assume that before I thought to myself, maybe these are happening at different times. But if this is happening at the same time, then how many of these fuckers are there?
待ちくたびれましたよ。
ミオとソウはどうした？
やっぱりミオちゃんの方に来ましたね、新平くん。ミオちゃんとソウくんは昼子堂へ送りました。今頃母が食べている頃でしょう。ちょっと遅かったかな、新平。
Exactly. What are you gonna do now?
今日やないかしで逃げやんと一人で待ってるなんてよ。
他の影には任せられません。これ以上仲間を失いたくないんでね。人間の私ならハッキングされませんから。
何？ハッキングを恐れてる。こいつ、牛尾が生きてると。
おや？
待て、生きてると思ってるなら、そう思わせといた方がいい。
Why would... I could think more about this, but I'm sure it's fine.
ミオちゃん、はよ新平くん殺してループさせな。でないと手をつけ。あっそう。ループすればどうせ私は生き返る。
しんちゃん、そいつが言うてたんほんまや。今、ミオが死んだ。
わかるんか？
感覚でわかる。オリジナルが死んだら。戻す？いや、
まだだ。状況を把握する。
What do you mean, what a loop? We don't have a loop, remember? He literally, just that last episode, he said, oh, we're at the fucking edge now. We don't have a loop anymore. Remember? Remember? Right? From there, it's been like 15 minutes. you know, they called. He couldn't get a hold of him, so he went to the home, which is probably like 15 minutes. Got Shadow Mio. Point is, it's been like max like an hour. There's no way they have a loop now. And if you're telling me that they do have a loop now it's like, how do they have a loop now? Shinpei literally last episode said that they. I am just so.
おかしい。こいつ記憶がない。
秀は2人おる。影じゃない。人間が2人。クローンみたいに。
確かにこいつ手にやけどなかったな。ほなもう一人は。
南雲先生の方に違いない。先生も無事とは思えない。ハイネは先生の携帯から電話してきた。
しんちゃんこっち。
I guess we're gonna ignore that?
トキちゃん。
何があった？
さんと辰村さんが私を逃がしてくれた。お願い、虎島へ向かって龍之介さんが死でと戦ってる。龍之介さんは。
Well, obviously now we have to go back, right? Because all these people are dying. But depending on when they're gonna go back, I mean...
死んだ。これがトキコの記憶。
What they said last episode and the whole system of the looping, right? When they talk about how the edge of the cliff is nearby, right? That cliff is the limit of where they can go back to. Or rather, that edge of the cliff is the limit of where Shinpei can go and loop back to. And considering it was already right next to him, in other words, he can't loop, he doesn't have any more loops, and it's only been like an hour, that means that he can't go back and save them anymore, based on the show's own logic. I guess we'll see.
急ご、虎島へ。
Okay, there's a gun.
先生のデリンジャー、トキちゃんが持ってたのか。まだ一発残ってる。
しんちゃん。
よし、行かない。先生も龍之介さんもおそらくもう殺されてる。トキちゃんの記憶からは確かな生死はわからんかった。けどそれを確認しに行ってる時間がない。確かなのはミオが死んだってことよ。イベントホライズンが迫ってる。急がなミオの死が確定してまうんや。今ならまだ両方救えるかもしれない。
Can we?
今すぐループすれば10時10分頃に戻れると思う。子供らと鷹の巣山を降りてるところや。
見えるん？
ああ、ぼんやりやけどな。でも10時10分にハイネが電話するのはもう止められやん。まずは爆速で小舟に戻ってお前を助ける。を助けてみせる。
時間との勝負。
I'm not even gonna... I feel like there's massive problems with this explanation, but I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna... You know, there's no point.
じゃあ、行ってくる。
Uh-oh.
お前ら。
なんでここに？しんちゃん？
間に合った。小舟からミオに下水道を飛ばしてもろたんや。お前、そいつを助けたんか？こいつは大丈夫や。それより二人とも携帯切ってんのか？何？
だってしんちゃんが携帯切っとけって影から電話があるかもしれやんからって。アホ、その電話が影からやったんや。
俺がついていながら。いや、時間がない。俺は影見と虎島に向かう。
ごめん、売ってしもって。痛かったけど大丈夫。今あんたをコピーして傷治ったから平気よ。めっちゃ痛かったけ
I
ど。
still don't understand why they had different personalities.
気にすんな。
I feel like it was just one of those things where it's like, we don't need two of the same characters, so you know, let's just have one have a different personality for some reason. Because Ushio is already dead by the time the show starts, and Ushio's shadow is the only one around, so we can have Ushio have the same personality, but, you know, if there's going to be a Shadow Mio hanging around, I mean, we can't really have the same character have the same, or two of the same character having the same personality, right? So let's just change her personality for no reason. Because that's the thing, right? We haven't seen a person hanging around with their own shadow the way these two do, right? This is the only time when we see the original and the shadow kind of hanging around together. So obviously we need to have them have different personalities for some reason, right? So it's like, who knows? Just a massive plot hole, I guess, or like not really a hole, but like, you know, just weird.
トキコたちのことお願い。
Wait, what is he riding on? Her back? Oh, okay.
戦ってる暇はない。
頭部下かまんといてよ。
And you want me to believe that these are copies of the original? Or like, just as good as the original? I don't think so, bro. Not as long as you have shadow powers, bro. You ain't the same people.
あれは死での攻撃。トキちゃんの記憶で見たのと同じ。一体奴は何をやったんだ。ロズが一瞬で。
なるほど。こんな風に変わる。
Why is he doing that? Okay, never mind.
来たか。思ったより早かったな。ループしてこの戦いの顛末を知っておるのか。逃げた時子から教わったな。
おやおや、何を驚いてるんですか、新平君。君がループしてくれたおかげで、我々ももう一度戦えたんですよ。
God damn it, you better not kill her for real. I mean, she's dead now, right?
おかげで楽勝でした。
Actually, she's not dead. I mean, she is dead right now, but like, I think at some point he's going to go back in time. Like, fully. Because at the end of the day, at some point, they're going to have to send that message to Hizuru in the past, right? Because, I mean, there's no way you just killed the best girl in the show, right? Fuck you, man. There's no shot you did that. Just no way. Just no way.
その武器はわしの三頭と凸村のデリンジャーギル、そして身をしかない。少々心もとないぞ新平。今戦うたら全滅。新平、身を引くぞ。ギルに乗る。聞こえんのか新平。
でも先生をこのまま放っていくんですか。
ああ、ほんだらせやから引くんじゃい。いずれの命をドブにほかす気か。
これは犬ぞ知れ。多勢に無勢じゃ。今はこれでええ。
わかりました。
So clearly Heine is afraid of the little fucking shell thing that the Shinpei has in his pocket, and clearly it's doing something that Heine can sense or something. So she's being extra cautious, but I don't know. It sounds to me like it's a little bit of bull honky, right? Like kind of coincidence that they've easily lost the fight. But to make them survive, Heine just happens to, you know, be extra cautious about this thing in Shinpei's pocket, right? It feels like that. You're not actually showing that Heine would like lose the fight, or I don't know, like try something and then this shell radiates some sort of shadow power to injure them or something, and then they retreat. It's very clear that they would lose the fight. But then Heine is like just cautious about this thing in his pocket and then just retreats. I don't know. It's too convenient.
先生南雲先生
There's no way she's still alive.
すまない。必ず助けると言ったあの約束。私には果たせそうにない。
そんなことないそんなことないですジオ戸村さん
You don't have you don't have
すぐ戻ります
you don't have a loop, right?
次こそは助けます
よせ手遅れだ。
しんちゃんが一番よう分かってるはずやろ。ループ能力は限界ギリギリ。両方はもう助けられやんて。
いいかよく聞け。
So this is one thing I wish anime would stop doing. Like when a character gets fatally injured, just have them die quickly. For God's sake, every single time, every single show that has a character dying, they have a whole monologue, whole conversation before they die. Like, I know I bring up Attack on Titan quite often, and I just want to say that I quite recently rewatched Attack on Titan again, and it's like, dude, I can't think of a single moment in Attack on Titan where someone died where they had some sort of like long conversation while they were dying. I can't think of I can't remember a single one. Was there a single one? Sure, there were moments where characters were still alive and they were dying, but they were unconscious, or they were barely conscious. They were definitely not having like a full-on conversation. I just wish, I really wish shows would stop doing that. Like, you can have the character who's dying say a couple of words, sure, right? Or even a full sentence, sure. But god damn it, just make do with one sentence. Like, I just wish they would stop doing that.
音となる最初の人格は寂しがり屋で甘えん坊なただの一人の子供だ。死での狙いはハイネとは違う。ハイネはおそらく死でに利用されてるだけだ。親玉は死での方なんだ。ハイネを解放してやってくる。はい、最後としては悪くない。神気臭い顔を並べるな。
Too much talking. Taking too long. Too much monologuing. I love her, don't get me wrong, I love her. But too much talking. Too much talking when someone's dying. Yeah, I mean, she's not dead. She's not dead. She ain't dead, bro. Trust me, bro. She's not dead, bro. There's no way they would kill the best character in the show, bro. Come on. She's gonna come back. Let's be honest. I'm pretty sure, and I'm not smoking copium, okay? I'm pretty sure that at some point Shinpei's gonna go back in time to the beginning And then, because he still has to send the message, he still has to, like, I'm pretty sure there's still a moment where, like, pretty much in the very beginning, that wasn't explained, where there were two Shinpeis at one point. Because there was that one guy, this was pretty early in the show, there was that one guy that when Shinpei went to talk to, that this guy already said, oh, you already asked me about this woman. At the time, he wasn't looking for her, I think, but he went to talk to this guy, and the guy said, oh, I already met you. You asked me where the woman with the big boobs were, right? Indicating that there was another version of him in that same timeline who talked to him earlier while he was doing something else, right? So he at some point, assuming that they didn't just forget that, at some point I suspect he might go back in time physically and talk to that guy or something. I don't know. Also, like I said while it was happening, too much talking, dude. Like, if you, I would imagine if you look at pretty much any and every death scene in any show of any anime at any time, you will see that the best deaths or the best death scenes are never the ones that have a bunch of talking from the person dying. It's one thing if the person, if like Shinpei here was talking and doing some sort of speech or whatever to the person dying, that's one thing. But it's just a little weird to me whenever I see it where the person dying is like monologuing and like yapping and like there's no shot you're yapping when you're on the brink of death. It's one thing getting like vital information out before you die, sure, you know, the person says a sentence or two and then dies, but like it's another thing to not only do that where you give out important information, but also say, oh no, Shinpei, you cannot loop, oh, stop, it's too late. Then you go into saying important information, and then you also have enough time to talk about, you know, Heine and her original personality. You also have enough time to, you know, don't look so depressed and stuff like that. It's like you're just, you know, too long, talking too long for a death scene. Like, come on, less is more, as they say. Regardless, that was episode 20 of Summertime Render. I like this episode. There's no way she's dead. Yeah. She ain't dead, bro. She's not dead. You understand me? She's not fucking dead, okay? You better not have killed my fucking favorite character in the show, okay? She's the best character in the show. If you don't have her survive, I will fucking riot, okay? She was the best character in the show. The show is nothing without her, okay? And I am nothing without her. So, you better bring her back to life, you bitch. Anyway, yeah, good episode, yeah. I guess I'll see you guys next time in episode 21 of Summertime Render. We are nearing the end, episode by episode.